And we're back.
And we are back for episode 6.
Episode 6.
Yes.
6.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You know, I'm a whole Puerto Rican and Japanese man. I only speak English.
And it's so funny because literally I go around my coworkers and everything like I tell you all the time. And they just be like, your boyfriend is really like a whole broken Hispanic. Like, and I'm like, he really is. Like, I thought, you know what's crazy? Because literally I was telling Marcella, right? I was like, when we were younger, I was like, I really see myself being with like a, you know, I don't want to say foreign, but like somebody that's not black or whatever. And I was like a Hispanic man. And if I'm with them, I was like, they could teach me Spanish, all of this stuff. Nope. God was like, sorry, I gave you the Hispanic man, but he doesn't know Spanish. And the crazy thing is his dad knows Spanish.
It was his first language. He never taught me that.
And he never taught him. Mainly because his dad worked a lot. So it makes sense. But I was so mad about that because I was just like...
All right. Aren't you 80% Nigerian? Do you speak Igbo?
No, I don't. But I was not born in a Nigerian family. My mom don't speak Nigerian, nor does my grandmother, nor does my great-grandmother, nor does anybody Igbo. I've known in my life. Your dad actually spoke Spanish and did not teach you. Listen, so if you want to go there, we can go there.
I just want to correct you. Nigerians do not speak Nigerian. They speak Igbo, and I think there's a lot of other languages they speak in Nigeria.
What did I say?
They speak English. I think they speak French too, and some other languages.
But what did I say?
You said Nigerian. That'd be like coming to America, USA, and be like, "Do you speak American?" Do I speak Puerto Rican?
Forgive me for anybody who is Nigerian and speaks Igbo. I didn't mean to say it like that. My point was, I may have 90% Nigerian in me from, according to my, what is that thing called?
23andMe.
23andMe. However, okay, no one in my family speaks Igbo. So I would never have learned that, is what I'm saying. Your dad actually spoke Spanish.
Speaks.
And you...
Spanish.
Speak Spanish. Exactly, because when we went to Thanksgiving, he was talking in Spanish to your grandmother.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh. And the crazy thing is your grandmother didn't teach you either. Like, insane.
My grandfather. They're all from Puerto Rico, too.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway, welcome to episode 6 of the Spiritual Love Podcast. We hope that you guys have been enjoying the videos that we have been producing so far. We know that we're not perfect podcasters, but we're learning. And yeah, if there's anything that you guys like, any constructive criticism that you can give us, you know, feel free to put that in the comments.
Yeah. But today, I'm going to ask you how you feel about...
You need to ask me.
Yeah, I do. I need to ask you.
Okay.
Idolatry, because in the Bible it says idolatry is one of those big things that the Israelites were doing, not only in the wilderness, but after they made it to the promised land that God wanted them to be.
Right.
Worshipping Baal and the carved images is what the Bible says.
Right.
Idolatry is still very much prevalent. So prevalent. Yeah. I don't think people really talk about it. Like the last time we talked about lust, and people don't really talk about it. It's like a dirty thing. Yeah. But people don't want to talk about it, even though it's very prevalent. So idolatry.
Right.
Prevalent today.
Yeah.
But I don't think people really talk much about it.
They don't. Actually, like, I was telling you the other day, but I'll reiterate. But I was reading my devotional, right? And I can't remember who made the devotional. I'll have to get her name and mention it later. But basically, in this passage, she was talking about how she went to India and she went to this temple where they practice Hinduism, right? And she was saying that she was just going there to like experience just a different culture's way of how they worship, right? Not to, because she's Christian, but not to like, you know, adopt anything that they were doing or anything. She just was curious, you know? So she went to this temple And when she went inside of the temple, she said it was like beautiful, it was immaculate. And then all of a sudden she saw this huge idol just sitting right in the middle of the floor. And she was saying that all of the people who were going in there to worship this idol were so emotionally impacted by it, right? But when she went in there and she saw it, she described it as male genitals, basically.
It was like phallic looking image.
Right. And go look it up. Like, that's all I want to say. Just go look it up, because I didn't look it up, and it wasn't until he looked it up and showed me, and I was like, whoa. But she saw this image right in there, and she said immediately she started to retract. She was just like, I gotta get out of here. Like, she felt like she was being spiritually attacked by this idol. And she said that it was crazy because how emotional these people were when they were worshiping this idol like it was God, right? And she said she literally could not like get out of there so fast. She ended up leaving, and as she was leaving, she was just like, thank God that's not me. Thank God that's not me. Thank God that's not me. And then by the third time she said it, she was like, wait, we as humans do this every single day, whether it be in a temple or whether it be in everyday life, right? And she starts to think deeper, and she's just like people do this every day. So then I start thinking, I'm like, yeah, like social media, you feel me? Like influencers, people who are celebrities,
politicians,
any of it. People worship the ground that they walk on. They hold on to every single word that they are spitting out of their mouth, and they take it as if it's like the Bible, right? Like Trump being able to tweet what he tweeted on January 6th, 2020.
Yeah.
And then all of these people showing up to the Capitol and storming the Capitol. The fact that somebody's words can hold that much power, and people look at that person as if they are this higher being.
Or they'll have a politician or someone, they'll do some bad things.
Right.
Yet the supporters make excuses for it, knowing dang well, if the other politician had done those same things, they would have came for their neck. So it's like they'll worship the ground they walk on. They'll make excuses for the bad things that they do.
Yeah.
Whether that's, and then also like you worshiping people makes you hate other people who don't like that person that you worship, and it just breeds hatred and division and all kinds of stuff.
But the fact that people hold on to these celebrities or whoever has some type of influence in their life, they hold on to every single word that they're saying like it is literally the Bible, and then they act when that person says to act. It's like brainwash. It's crazy. But she was just explaining like people every day. Like she was saying that God made us sorry, it's our neighbor's kids.
Oh yeah.
But it's so loud. Anyway, God made us naturally worshipers. Like when God created us as a human race, he made us in the image to worship, right? So we naturally worship these things around us that we don't even realize we're worshiping, and we're giving that worship to in areas that doesn't deserve it, because we naturally do that, right? And she was basically just trying to get at the same type of energy that you're giving to these idols or these people or whatever is out there. It could be food, it could be anything. The same type of energy that you're giving to that is the same energy that you should be, the same energy and more that you should be giving to God. You should be showing that same type of worship. If you're able to wait outside for 6 hours to go see Beyonce and literally know every single song in her songbook that she has ever created, and you literally know everything about her, why can't you do that in the Bible? Why can't you sit there and God that in that same way? And it's crazy how people, like, it's nothing that Beyonce can do for you that God can do. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing that she can do for you that...
All Beyonce can do is provide you a good show, good music. And
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, God can do so much more. And the fact that you are praising her as if she is God. And not to just use Beyonce, because I love Beyonce. But... like, not to use Beyonce, but to use any influencer or anybody who has any type of impact in your life where they can change your perspective on something or make you do something.
Yeah, there's like Beyonce, LeBron James, Donald Trump, Joe Biden. Like, a lot of people worship these people. Like, the ground they walk on. They could do no wrong.
Right.
Even if they do something that somebody else would have done, you would have jumped at their neck for.
Right. And there's nothing that those people can do for you that God can't, or God can't do more. You know what I mean? And it's like you just said, like, the only thing those people are doing for you is giving you good music or giving you a good show. Or
you just agree with their politics or something. Right. That's all they can do for you. It's like there's no... because at the end of the day, Jesus is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So it's like... yeah. Because at the end of the day... yeah, like LeBron, I'm 5'11". LeBron's 6'9". He's taller, stronger, but better at basketball than me. But at the end of the day, we're both people. Right. Like, I'm not better than him. You're not better than me. I'm not, or even like a president, a politician, like a janitor. It doesn't matter. Like, we're all just human beings. We're not the ones to be worshipped. Right. Essentially, we have no power. Correct. At all, whatsoever. Exactly. Like, someone could be bigger than you, stronger than you.
But it's crazy how people worship them as if they have some type of power. Like, I've seen some crazy things on the internet of how people will literally praise these people, like Donald Trump. You know, they're like, God created Donald Trump for us, and he's gonna... you know, change our world and make this America a better place, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like...
yeah, or like oh my goodness. My dad one time, he ran into a guy that Bernie Sanders. There was when Bernie was putting his bid to run for president, I think in 2016 or something. This kid was like, Bernie Sanders is gonna save us. And I was like, how's he gonna save you? Right. He's gonna save us. We couldn't tell him why. It's like people worship them like they're gods. Yeah. Or like they're these like deities that are just gonna snap their fingers and boom, all your problems are gonna go away. Right. So it's like no human can save you.
No. Yeah, I agree.
So, but Jesus on the cross saved you already. You just gotta accept it. And then for the people who will be like, well, why doesn't God just let me worship Him and Him alone? That's because it wouldn't be real love. So it's like you, like, if you were to go up to somebody, like for you, like, pretend you were single and you just saw a guy. I like the way that guy looked. And you knocked him on the head, dragged him to your basement, cuffed him, was like, you're going to be my husband. You? No, some random dude. No, if you were to like, you know what? You're going to be my husband. We're going to do this right now. Yeah. Would that be true love? No. No. You kidnapped the dude. Right. So it's like if God was to be like, hey, you people here, you're going to worship me and you're going to love me because I said so. That's not real love.
And that's why God gives us free will, right? Yeah.
So you have a choice. You can worship Him, you can worship other things. You can worship yourself, you can worship money, you can worship your career, your significant other. Right. Because people do that a lot too.
Because even in the Bible, it was like in certain situations where they would worship God. I think it was the Israelites. They would worship God, and then as soon as there was something that would happen or whatever, they would start going to worship. What was it? Baal. And that was the sex and religion shrines, right?
I believe he was the one they were sacrificing their children to, and they were like burning their children.
It was another one. I think it was a woman where they were having like orgies and stuff.
Oh yeah, they would do that too. There was a bunch of other ones like that.
And it was like as soon as they would start going down that path and all of this bad stuff started to happen, they were like, God, we're back. We need you. And God would help them, and then they would go right back to what they were doing. And it's just like...
Well, like when they were in the wilderness and Moses was up on Mount Sinai writing the tablets, he was gone for 3 days. 72 hours.
Yeah.
He comes back. What are the Israelites doing? They created a golden calf and were worshiping it because Moses was gone for 3 days.
Yep.
Moses was so shook, he dropped the tablets and broke and had to go back up there and write them again because he was so shook. He was gone for 3 days.
Yeah.
And humans couldn't go 3 days without worshiping something else. So it's like we were looking back and like when you read the Bible, you read that so I'm like, when he was gone for 3 days, how are they going to worship a golden cow after just 3 days? And meanwhile, I'm guilty of this too. You get up in the morning. You're supposed to, like, I would try to read the word in scripture first thing in the morning. But sometimes I will like, you know what? I think I'm going to play the game. I think I'm going to go watch TV.
Or not only that, like, even during the work week, you're like, I have so much to do at work, and you get caught up. But usually I get conviction from God. And God is like, hey, you didn't give me any time today. So why don't you stop? And I'm like, right in the middle of something that I'm doing that's super important. I'm like, no, you're right. Let me stop and and it's crazy because it's like, as soon as I do my devotionals and it's like, I focus back into my work, it's like all of that stress and everything that I was feeling dissipates. It's just gone. And it's just like, wow. You should start your day in the morning with God because it's like all of those things that you face, those feelings that you face throughout the day, God can erase those things before they even happen. You know what I mean? But it's like when you start your day without even thinking about God and you start going into everything that you're doing, it's like things easily impact you. Yeah. You know, the enemy is able to attack you more easily because you don't have your armor on yet, you know?
Yeah, it's like... You wonder why your day is stressful because you're worshiping these things that give you nothing. Yeah. Essentially.
Not giving you anything in return.
Yeah, like I said, like the Israelites worship and golden calf for 3 days, yet I'll get up in the morning. Well, they all just rather play the game. And it's like, you'll look at the Israelites, well, how could they do that after 3 days worshiping a golden cow? Yeah. Yet, you'll get up in the morning, should read the word, but you'll go, I don't know, make a bowl of cereal and watch your favorite Netflix show. And then next thing you know, it's been 3 hours and you're like, dang, you essentially just did the same thing. Yeah. You know, you go play Sims, I'll play Call of Duty or something, and it's like, oh, dang. Yeah. You just did the same thing. So it's like, sometimes you'll worship things not knowing it. Because like, if you're doing something all the time, and you know so much about it, you're essentially worshiping it. Yeah. If you can't go... You know, like, people worship friend groups. It's like they can't do anything without their friends or something. It's like if you can't go without it and you're doing it all the time, you're essentially worshiping it and it's your idol. So, yeah, and like I said, same thing with, like, politicians and celebrities and stuff. They could do no wrong. That, like, your favorite celebrity could go outside and shoot somebody in the face in the street. There, I guarantee you there'll be people, well... What did they do to deserve, like, what?
You know what's funny? Because one of my friends, I won't name them, but you probably will know because I don't have many friends. But no, but when Chris Brown did that whole thing that he did, literally, they were like, I mean... What does she do though?
Well, what does she say?
What does she say to him? She had to provoke him.
When you know there's no reason to beat somebody.
Yeah. That's not exactly what my friend said, but it was like in a nutshell. She was like, I mean.
Yeah, it's like. Exactly. Because it's like there's no reason to beat somebody up. And then as a man to beat a woman like that, it's like. Yeah. There is no good reason for that. Yeah. Maybe unless you're being physically attacked. Like, you know, but that's a self-defense. But, like, to beat somebody for, you know, no good reason is like... Yeah. But then, it's like people make excuses for it. Yeah. Like, I bet you if... Well, we'll say both. Like, if Donald Trump or Joe Biden, one of those people was to go out there and... Well, here's the thing. They both have sexual assault allegations on them. You'll see both people who support either one. Well, is it true? We need to make sure it's true. It happened so long ago. Meanwhile, it's like... Sexual assaults are very real.
Yeah.
It's a heinous crime. You should investigate it, take it seriously. But again, supporters will be like, yeah, well, they even telling the truth. They're only doing it because they're that. And look, you don't make excuses for it.
Mm-hmm.
When there's no excuse for that. So it's like, you know, when you idolatry, I'm talking like idolize, that's the word, idolize somebody or something that's not God. It's like you're worshiping something that can't do anything for you.
Right.
Literally nothing for you. They're just the same person as you are. They just happen to have clout, money,
right.
height. I don't know. They can sing really good.
Right.
They can dance.
Right.
And it's like, what does that do for you?
Mm-hmm.
Gives you entertainment, but that's it.
Right.
It's a very temporary fix to things.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
I think that's the key right there. People are always looking for temporary fixes. And when they realize once that temporary fix goes away, they're looking for the next best thing. Yeah. And it's like, God is beyond a temporary fix. He can fix you permanently. I was like, right. So it's like, why wouldn't you want to go for a higher being that can do so much more for you than these people who are only going to grant you some type of temporary pleasure, you know? But that's the society we live in today. Yeah. And we even do it. Like, we even do it without even knowing that we're doing it.
People idolize food, too.
Yeah.
I love food.
I love food, too.
I know dang well I shouldn't. Oh, my goodness. I know dang well I could use this money, invest it. I could save it. But I think I'm going to go to Five Guys. And get a cheeseburger and some fries. And have them overload the bag. Maybe I'll get a milkshake too. You know what I mean? It's like people idolize food.
Actually, the milkshakes.
No, seriously. Because, like, people idolize literally anything you could think of, you idolize it. Yeah. People idolize I have a sneaker collection. Jordans, Timberlands, New Balance, all kinds of stuff.
And when he say a collection, he really means a collection. Like, it's so many sneakers.
She looked at me when we first moved in and was like, so where is this going?
Yeah.
I was like,
seriously. Because, babe, watch your foot. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. But, like, anyway, people worship all kinds of stuff. Jewelry. Yep. Hair. Freaking. I ain't talking about you. No, but, like, I don't know, their dog. You know, people. You know how many Instagram pages you see someone's. People literally make an Instagram page just for their dog. So it's like, and we even saw, like we talked about the Israelites worshiping demons, Baal, and I think it was one of the Asherah. They built these high places for them. Yeah. And were burning their own children. And having orgies. Yeah. Getting high and drunk and stuff. And all that did was bring them horrible things. God got mad, forgave them in the end, but like, you know. Yeah,
but he started to allow them to be attacked by enemies.
He, like, literally, God didn't do anything but lift his hand up off. Yep. Lift his hand of protection off. That's all he did. And look at how much bad stuff happened to them. They got conquered. They got taken away to Babylon. Yep.
A lot of stuff
happened. All their stuff. Everything bad you could think of, it happened to them. Yeah. So it's like, you know, at the end of the day, idolatry is bad. Yeah. Talk to God about it. God will. Don't worship things that can't do anything for you, like a celebrity, a video game, a shoe, food.
A shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or money.
That is the end of episode 6. Yep. 6 or 5?
6.
6. Okay.
Episode 6 comes after 5. Right before 7.
Thank you for that. Yep. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment in the comments.
Share with your friends.
Share with your friends. Share with your family. Share with whoever you think this may apply to, or someone that you just want to hear our podcast. Yep. But we will catch you in the next episode. Yep. Bye.
See ya.